Okay, so you want to know the low IQ way to scale your coaching business here. So you're probably familiar with this, this meme right here, this IQ bell curve, where basically the low IQ and the high IQ guy have the same exact solution to the problem. And we're talking about scaling your coaching business here. All right, this midway, this person in the middle will overcomplicate it like crazy. They'll say, oh, well, I have to, optimize my website, and I have to do my branding, and I have like blah, 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 all this crap. All right, but we're going to simplify this. Like literally, this is the stupid, simple answer. If you want to make reasonably more money in your coaching business, here it is. All right, so what we have here, this is the answer. This is the answer to your problems. You need to put your offer in front of more humans. Like this is it. This is literally how you make more money in your coaching business is this. All right, you need to stop overcomplicating it. I know how overwhelming business can be when you're starting out. If you're under, 5, 10, 20K a month, it seems like there's always 10 billion different problems, things you can do, strategies and, ads and blah, 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 and all this crap. Here's literally all you have to do. Put your offer in front of more humans. Just figure out how to do this. Usually how you do this, the most typical form is sales calls. All right. The more sales calls that you book, the more money you will make. All right. You're presenting your offer in front of more humans. Like that is it. Like that is the low IQ way to scale your coaching business. And it actually works. All right. Like I've never seen anyone who has, a decent offer. If you're watching this, you probably have an idea of what your offer, your value proposition is, how to pitch it, all that stuff. You probably have a decent idea of how to do that. You probably just don't have lead gen that's consistent. You're probably booking, 1, 2, 5 calls a month, and you're really struggling with consistency there. All right, so we're going to break down how to actually make that happen as well. But sales calls, we know the answer now. We know we just have to put our offer in front of more humans as sales calls. There's also a bonus with it I'm going to reveal in this video as well, which is number 2. But anyways, how do we book more sales calls? So what you want here, you want a system where you can simply increase inputs to get more sales calls, which is outputs. All right. So if we can increase inputs and you just get more outputs, that's what we want. So this is basically predictability here. All right. With predictability, you can scale. Like you can just reverse engineer your goals here. If we know for a fact we do, 100 inputs and we get, 10 outputs, which is sales calls, then like if you want to scale, it's simple math. And that's a game you want to play, is a game that is mathematics. Like you want this game because then you can just do 1,000 inputs and then boom, you have 100 sales calls. And this is controllable. You simply do more inputs. All right, we're going to break down what inputs are though, because I know this is just kind of like theory right now. So basic ways to get more sales calls, like to get this system where it's predictable, you can simply increase inputs to get more sales calls. First one is going to be ads. All right, ads are simple because the inputs here is literally just going to be, ad spend. Like you just spend more on ads. That is the button you press. That is the one button you press. You literally go on your computer, go to the ads dashboard. You press a button and then boom, you have more inputs and you'll get more outputs. Now this is assuming, of course, you have a winning ad campaign. All right, of course, you need that first. All right, the other way that's going to be a simple machine here to increase inputs to get more outputs. It's going to be some form of messages. All right, I use DMs a lot for this. So simply send more DMs. Once you have a converting system and script to convert people from stranger or follower into book call, you simply do more of it. Like that is the game. That is the game that we're aiming after. You see, here's how we get this. Here's how we get the system to simply increase inputs to get more sales calls. The first step to all this is going to be efficiency. All right, efficiency. And so efficiency, what I mean by this is you basically want a metric that performs at a scalable percentage. All right, so scalable percentage, that's basically the percentage point at which, hey, like this is deemed successful. So for example, for ads, you want to, X percentage of people to convert into a lead, where for a fact, hey, if I'm paying this much for a lead, I'm paying this much for a call, and I know I can make at least, 3, 4, 5x that from the actual call that I'm paying for here. All right, that's what it all comes to. It comes down to more mathematics here. So you need efficiency. So you basically determine that metric, that percentage you're aiming after. All right, and the first game you're playing is efficiency. Like that's the first game you're playing. So usually you're testing out different ads. You're testing different ad creatives. You're seeing, okay, am I hitting the efficiency metric? Am I hitting that KPI? That is the whole game you're playing. That's the first game you're playing here. Once you hit that efficiency mark, once you do that, the next game becomes volume. All right, doing more inputs. Like that becomes the game. All right, so you identify like what game you're playing right now. Is it efficiency or is it volume? Do you already have a converting system? If so, you're in a good spot because you have the simplest answer ever. You just do more inputs. You simply do more inputs. If not, if you're still at level 1 here, you're still at this phase, you need to test more. You need to mathematically, scientifically test these things more. Use the scientific method for this. All right, so what you want to do for this, the scientific method basically states, hey, you have this stimulus, you have this theory, this test. You put it out into the world, get enough of a sample size, get enough metrics and data from it, get enough eyeballs on it, and then you basically record stats and you observe it. All right, so if you put out this DMs and you're getting 1% reply rate, 0 calls booked, you sent 300 of them, you have the sample size, you have the data now, and you can iterate and make a new theory, make a new test. And you iterate and iterate and iterate until you have a winning campaign. Once you have that winning campaign, you do absolutely nothing to it. Do not change anything about it once you hit that efficiency metric. Nothing. I do not care if you think you have an idea of, oh, I have a genius idea, let's change everything. Don't do that. That's one of the biggest mistakes I've made in the past. You don't want to do that. Once you have that winning campaign, just keep it and do more inputs. You move on to level 2 then. Do more inputs. That is the game. Now there's something else, a special like snowflake situation that could be going on here. Let me take a sip of coffee real quick. You might be a special snowflake if right now you're relying on like organic, content. All right. If you're booking all calls from just organic content, organic like leads coming inbound, it's a good and a bad place to be in. All right. So the good is, it's good because like it's free leads. All right. It's free clients, like it's free money basically, which is awesome. The bad is, it's not predictable. All right, there's no input to output machine here, really. There sort of is, but you're relying on an algorithm. So you can create more content, you can create, higher quality content, and hopefully you get more leads. But you're relying on an algorithm. An algorithm can change day to day, can change week to week, and so you can't really have this like predictable machine. All right, so there's good and bad for that. So I definitely recommend, even if you do have this working right now, you want to tack on one of these systems right here, either ads or some sort of like DMs here, or both. All right, because that's the thing that can give you that simple input to output machine so you can predictably scale. And that's what a lot of people are after, is predictability and consistency. All right, a lot of people I talk to, they're just tired of like roller coaster up and down months. Some months they book 10 calls, some months they book 0, and they just don't know why. All right, it's because of this, because they don't have the system. All right, they don't have this. They don't have that input to output machine. All right, but this is the game. All right, so identify this. Like, first of all, you want to basically pick one of these and then start at level 1. Start the efficiency game. Get that metric, that percentage point where hey, if I get this percentage like conversion rate, I know I will be profitable. Once you're at that mark, change nothing and just do more volume. That's the game you're playing right here. All right, so that's the game. That's kind of an overview of sales call. I know I ranted for a while there. Hopefully that provides some value. And then number 2 here, big picture here. So the second thing I'll mention of how to put your offer in front of more humans is going to be what I call spirit campaigns. All right, spirit campaigns. I love this. This works. This signed me, I don't even know, 3-4 clients last month. So made me a decent chunk of money. Just like simple. This is like one of the simplest things you can do ever. And so this is like everyone who's booked a call. So like no shows or no closes. You can basically add them to the spirit campaign bucket. And so what is a spirit campaign? It's basically the special follow-up message that we send them. And it's basically making them another offer, putting another offer in front of them. So example of this, I ran a Black Friday urgency offer last Black Friday. I think I signed up 3 clients just from this one message. I sent a message. I was like, hey, running a Black Friday special. Let me know if you want me to send the details. And I got a bunch of responses, and I ended up getting 3 clients from that. And so this is just an urgency offer. Urgency offers work really well. So for this, you can do like a special, like limited time bonus. Could be like special terms you're doing, payment option. Could be a discount if you want to do that. But some sort of urgency offer. This works really well. All right, so I love doing that. So you want to run these spirit campaigns, once per month, one time per month. One time a month. All right, and this works really well. You just send it to all this pool of people. And so the thing is as well, the longer you're in business, the bigger this list grows right here. And so the more and more offers you can make every single month. All right, which is pretty cool. All right, so that's an example right there, Black Friday urgency. The other example that I'll do all the time will be social proof. All right, so social proof is, I'll do this a lot. And I'll make the social proof just as strong as humanly possible. I tag like the coach I worked with. I'm like, hey, Sam Johnson, I tag him went from 10K a month to 100K a month. He's about to hit that this month. I'll just tag him. I'll maybe add like a screenshot of like something he sent me, and it's just like boom, social proof. Let me know if you want some of the results. I'll say something like that, like super simple. And all this does, it's just like undeniable proof because they can click on the username, pull up his profile, and like say, oh, okay, this guy's an actual like legitimate human being. And even if they want, they can message him. And so it's like indisputable proof, which is amazing. And so that works really well. And these are the big things that they do. Some sort of urgency offer. The other thing you want to consider is, can you overcome objection with your offer here? So for example, another example is like if they had let's say a timing objection on the sales call. They said, well, yeah, like this is perfect. I want to do it, but I'm moving right now, and so I'm buying a new house, and I can't really move funds and blah blah blah, and so I can't do it for like a month. So what you can do is you can make them in a Spirit campaign offer, but you want to overcome their objection. So for example, you can just give them better terms. So like, hey, I'm testing something new. What I'll do, I'll go ahead, I'll throw in an extra month of us working together completely free. And so that way, while you're moving here, you can at least get the groundwork started. And then once you're completely moved in, you'll have, can really hit the ground running, and you get an extra month completely free. Or you can just give them a better offer to overcome their objection. So whatever their objection is, think of how can I overcome that with just like better terms, better offer here. All right, so that kills it. That works really, really well. So these are gonna be the two ways to put your offer in front of more humans. All right, so I hope this video helps, because this is it. Like, stop overcomplicating business. Just put your offer in front of more humans. All right, and if you want to work together one-on-one to really build this system to get predictability, consistency with your lead generation, that's what I do. So click the link below if you want more details on this. If not, no worries, you're amazing. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.